What is the hierarchy or order of importance for your porn addiction recovery? Just like any transformational change, anything that you're going to succeed in life, your porn addiction will require a multifaceted approach. And we've shot many episodes here, and I've talked at great length over the last couple of years about our belief system, our approach, which takes a fully integrated, holistic, and growth centric approach to porn addiction recovery. But with this multifaceted approach, with understanding that there are multiple pillars and multiple components to your recovery, I don't think we've ever addressed the order of importance or the hierarchy at which you need to place these things. So, in today's episode of The Rebuilt Man, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out the order of importance, the structure or the hierarchy of how you should approach your recovery, how you should prioritize the steps to recovery if you're truly going to succeed at breaking free, truly going to succeed at transcending this addictive behavior and becoming a porn free man. Before we get into today's episode, guys, let me remind you who we are and what we're doing here. This is the Rebuilt Man podcast. I'm your host, Coach Frank Rich, and we are dedicated to helping you become better men by quitting porn and rebuilding your lives. We release 3 episodes a week. If you're listening on the audio side, guys, make sure to subscribe. If you're on Apple, leave us a 5-star rating and written review. If you're watching the episode here on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Turn those post notifications on. 62% of our viewership here on YouTube is from non-subscribed viewers. So if you want to make sure that you're notified every single week and every single day when a new episode is released, hit that subscribe button, turn those post notifications on right now. But the hierarchy, guys, the order of importance. Before we get into that, let's talk about the steps, the pillars. We've shot full episodes on this, so I'm gonna give you a quick highlight and rundown of these. My belief system is that a porn addiction recovery program is comprised of 3 parts, 3 pillars. We've talked about these. The first pillar being you need a roadmap. You need a plan of what you need to do to get you from where you are today as a man that is struggling, caught up, addicted to this behavior to where you want to be, which is transcending the behavior, creating this new identity of a porn-free man. So the first pillar is having a roadmap. The second pillar is having a supportive community. Men that you are doing life with, men that you're on this journey, men that you're having real, open, honest, vulnerable conversations with on a regular, daily, and or weekly basis. So you have a roadmap, you have a plan, you have a community of men that are supporting you in it, regular group sessions, and then you have real accountability, real coaching, working with a coach, working with a therapist, working with a counselor, a pastor, somebody that you are open and honest with when you fall short, somebody that you're open and honest with when things go well, and help you process these issues. So you have a roadmap, you have a plan, and you have a community. Okay. Now, if I was going to change my physical physique, if I was going to change the way that my body looks, transform my body composition, I know that I would need a diet. I would need something that I'm following in terms of counting and prioritizing my macros. I would need a training plan. I would need rest. I would need recovery. I would need a mindfulness practice. The order of importance for physical transformation would look like diet first, training second, rest, recovery third, other mindfulness and meditation practices to create the proper mindset that is needed. So that's on the fitness side. If I was going to build and scale a business, as number one, I would need a sellable product. I would need something that solves a problem in the marketplace. I would need skills to monetize that, to market it, to bring customers into our business. I would need a delivery system in place. So the first thing is I would need to identify the problem. I would need to know what problem in the marketplace am I solving with my business, with my product, and with my company. I would then need the delivery system set up in place before I even try to sell it and monetize it, because you can't make sales of a product if you don't know how to deliver upon said product. And then thirdly is I would need the back end support through sales, marketing, customer service. So that would be on the business side of things. When it comes to recovery, I think a lot of guys have this wrong. I think that they place at the highest priority community. And community is very, very important. You are the byproduct of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But the problem that falls short with most of these recovery groups and support systems is that they don't have a process that they're working through. What ends up happening is you get a lot of guys that are caught up in a victim negative mindset that coddle each other. It turns into this weekly reoccurring theme where everybody's just showing up, talking about their failures and saying, hey, try harder next week. That's why in a porn addiction recovery, that's why if you're going to fully transcend and break free from this behavior and create a new identity. The most important part, the number one thing in your hierarchy of recovery needs to be the plan that you are following. What steps are you taking daily, weekly, and monthly? And what is the foundation that you're building for this new life without pornography? Without a proven plan and without you executing that plan, the rest of the recovery doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much support. It doesn't matter how much accountability. It doesn't matter how much mindfulness and meditation and prayer you do. If you aren't taking tangible, practical, realistic steps to change who you are, create a new identity. A new identity will be found in new belief systems, new habits, new ways of thinking, new things that we consume, new things that we don't do. So, at the top of this pyramid, at the top of this hierarchy for porn addiction recovery is the work that is being done. I can't tell you how many guys have come into our program in the last 4 years and think that a weekly call with me is going to transform their life, or think that a weekly call with our men is going to transform their life. And then they get to the end of 3 months, they get to the end of the 6 months, and they haven't succeeded. And they look at me and they say, why? And I said, well, show me your journal. Show me your daily steps that you are executing upon. How well are you tracking your daily five? How well are you putting yourself in a position to become this new man? We talked about fake it till you make it recently on a podcast episode with Dr. Stephen Cabral. Fake it till you make it is beginning to act as the person now, even if you are not them. So fake living a porn-free life. You got to put in work every single day. So at the top of this hierarchy, the top of this process has to be the work that is being done on a regular basis. I would then put number two as the accountability. Who is course correcting you through taking these steps? Because here's what we know to be true. If you knew what needed to be done and you were already doing it, you wouldn't be struggling with a pornography addiction. So in your journey, especially in the early stages, weeks and early months of this journey, you will fall short. You will have setbacks. You will have trials. You will have tribulations. You will have obstacles that you confront. So who are you processing these with? Who are you having real, open, honest conversations on a regular basis that's helping you solve these issues? Order of importance. Number one, the plan and the steps in the execution of those. Number two is the coaching and accountability, the course correction when is needed. And the third most important part in our pillars or in our trifecta of recovery is going to be the community. The guys that you do life with, the guys that you do recovery with, the guys that are cheering you on when you win, the guys that are lifting you up when you fall short. Okay. And it's those three components that make what we do here at Rebuilt Recovery truly unique. I've looked across the board. I have many friends that are working and I support all of their work, but I'm a firm believer in our approach is unique. Number one, as we are the world's only fully integrated, holistic, growth centric recovery program. What that means is fully integrated. We look at the man in every single area of his life and dissect it and figure out where we're short and where we need to make improvements. Holistic means, once again, we look at the whole individual. Growth centric meaning we place an aim on becoming a new man built upon growth centric principles, and we work our way towards becoming that man. Not identifying as an addict for the rest of our lives, not putting ourselves in a victim mentality for the rest of our lives, but growth centric means we are working towards a new vision, a new version, in a new life, and as a new man. The hierarchy of importance, guys. Number one is the work that you are doing. You will not change your life without changing things about your life. Number two is the course correction when it's needed, the processing of issues, and the lifting up when things fall short. And number three is the community, the guys that you do journey with, the guys that you do recovery with. Now, if you want some help, guys, and you've identified that you're missing some of these core components, or you're like, I don't even know what steps I need to take. I don't have somebody holding me accountable. Guys, we're opening up the door this month to our VIP one-on-one coaching program, which includes supportive community, includes working directly with me on a weekly basis. And we give you the 12-week outline that you need to follow through and help you in taking action on this. Is if this is something that you're interested in, down there in the show notes and in the description box, I'm going to put a link to our coaching application page. It takes 3 to 5 minutes to fill this out. It's a small set of questions to see if you are qualified. If your application is accepted, we will invite you onto a call with myself where I will talk to you about a proven plan and process for you and help getting you on the path to breaking free and transcending this addiction for the rest of your life. So visit the link down there in the show notes or in the description box below. But I look forward to having a conversation with you guys. Understand that your life will not change if things in your life do not change. You have to place certain things at a higher level of priority for a short window of time. God bless you guys. Coach Frank at the Rebuilt Man. We love you, and we'll see you in the next one.